is your build in the Daisen. There's your shout out for Nifty. Go follow him, dude. He's a good people. He's a good people. So, let's look at your setup here. Main armaments, anti-fire flood, secondaries, fire flood reduction, concealment, and then auxiliary mod. Wow. Why auxiliary mod, BigO?
Because I was testing the secondary spec on the Daisen.
Okay. Fair enough.
I mean, to be fair, it does have quite the assortment of secondaries on it, so...
Okay.
Well, not assortment, but amount.
Chat, we're gonna finish talking about this briefly, and then I'm gonna have to do an ad break. I apologize. I should have done that beforehand. Oh well. For skills, you went preventative maintenance, IFHE, secondaries, and emergency. Why IFHE?
To get the extra pen.
On your secondaries?
Yeah, even though it doesn't pen much.
28 versus 22 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, no problem, Terrace. I hope I answered your question appropriately. Signal flags, ramming, secondaries, and anti-deck. And this is what we've talked about before, right? Like, this is your setup. Because you're trying to conserve flags. Fair enough. Okay. Guys, we're going to do a 3-minute ad as we get started with this replay. Apologies. I should be paying better attention to this. We'll go ahead and jump into that now, and then let's get into your game. Here we go. Alright, so we haven't had a chance to talk about your experience with the Daisen much, so how do you feel about it, sir?
It's a fun ship, if you don't like just yellow in. It can be sniper or secondary build, like in this match. It has 8 410s, and then I forget the amount of secondaries, but they're quite a bit. They're casemate secondaries, and then there's a few on the deck.
Okay. She also has torpedoes.
Yes, she has 8 torpedoes per side.
Okay. And the torpedoes reach pretty long, right? Are they 10s?
10s.
Okay. Alright. Now this is a tier 9 game, so you are middle tier. And you are heading for the 1 line. What's the decision making for going to the 1 line?
Was gonna try to flank them up until I realized that their entire team was there.
Okay. Gandalf, are these secondaries all 140s? The answer is no. There are... Let me break the camera free. There are casemate secondaries. These are 140s. That's like this one, this one, this one, right? Those are your casemate secondaries. There's also some 127s or 5-inch guns. Trying to get one of them into view here. That's these right here. Okay? Those are your 5-inch secondaries, your 127s. So it's got a mixture of both, just like many of the other Japanese battleships. You got a Cherbourg, an Ognivoy, John Barton, Massachusetts in front of you. Okay. He tried for the Cherbourg, he's turning away, so 2 overpens. Okay, whatever. Ad's over. Perfect, Wolf. If you're just rejoining, you haven't missed much, so perfect timing. And you got 2 torpedo salvo capable, so you're firing off both towards Jean Bart, who has no chance of actually getting within range, unless he hits W. So what were those torpedoes for, BigO?
Maybe I get lucky and hit a destroyer?
Got it.
Or they pushed into it.
Okay. Thank you, Blue Falcon. I guess the thing is, 10 kilometers reaches out to your Masashio. So to me, it feels like it's a little bit too soon. But we'll have to see what happens.
Jer 1971
Jer!
gifted Wolf Sweatpaws Twitcher subscription. Jer 1971 gifted a tier 1 sub to Wolf Sweatpaws Twitch. They have given 86 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you for doing the gifted sub, Jer. That was Stevie cuddling with Prue on my chair. So cute. I like that you're shooting at the Ognivoy here.
I shoot everything.
You do. You actually hit him. Look at some decaps. Alexa S021, please say something if you are here, yo. Now the Jean Bart is charging in. You're going behind the island. Why are you going behind the island here, BigO?
To get away. Because I realized that that flank was going to collapse.
Your team is doing quite well over at CCAP. You are doing quite poorly over at A. So, hiding away makes sense here. You're telling the Saipan to run away. Now, the Daisen is pretty quick. She's a bit on the long side of things. And her armor's okay. So, you know, she's not a fantastic ship by any means. She's okay. I wouldn't think that she's worth spending a ton of money on. At least not right now in her current condition. You're shooting at the Jean Bart with HE.
32mm, I cut them all over. That's the thing with French battleships. They're just coded in 32.
Right.
Affirmative.
I think you've probably kited away too far at this point. This is the tough part, and so I talk about this with people when they're kiting away. You got to be careful not to kite away too much. And I think this is an example. Well, the reason I want to point this out, BigO, is because you are stuck now either turning in or reversing. If you reverse, it takes you way too long to get back into this, which means you're probably going to turn in. The result of that is now you're in a position where you might be forced to turn out again, and in so doing, showing your broadside. So, I think this is a good example of kiting away too far, and what it does to you, you know, as a result. Like, I'd rather see you on the B line, like Bravo 2 or Charlie 2, until you know for a fact that this flank is completely gone. What's the secondary's range? 10.5 kilometers. Jean Bart's being forced to turn because of those torpedo bombers, and you can expect him to overturn here. Your secondaries are about to get into it. There they are. The ship does have range. It's a Japanese battleship, so it's gonna have range. Oh Ultimately, it comes down to what you use with that range. Raining Recon looks like you were redrawn. Ooh, Buffalo. I like this idea. And then you switch to Jumpard anyway. Why didn't you go for the Buffalo, BigO? We might have lost him. Kaga dropping torp bombers. Slow down and turn. Can you dodge? I think you can. I think you can. There's the kill. Most importantly, now you are able to heal the ship if you can save it. Could not resist the thirst for blood. It does sound like BigO. Nice kill on the Ognivoy.
Good game, everyone. Acknowledged.
Maximum AR. Well, the nice thing is heal should be up in time to at least withstand the drop by these Kaga bombers. And the Saipan is trying to help, so that's good. Although his fighters are way too out of range. Oh well.
It's surprisingly has some good AA.
The Daisen?
Yeah, but I'm thinking that's mostly because of the 127s on the deck.
Yes. Why aren't you looking at the Cherbourg right now? It looks almost like he beached to you broadside. You might have a good shot on him.
Acknowledged.
I don't think I noticed that. Oh, because I need fighters, and the CV, their CV had a little bloodthirst for me, so.
Mm-hmm. He's behind the island there, so that's the issue you have there. This is actually a good opportunity to turn back towards A and flip your guns left. Who's left? Kaga, Massachusetts, Colorado just died. Donskoy, Cherbourg. Donskoy, Cherbourg. So the only thing you could possibly run into at A is the Kaga. So I think it's a good idea to go back to A here.
Well, the thing is, if I did that, then I would have left the Saipan open for the Donskoy to charge up C and Cherbourg to later charge up C as well.
I see that now. So nobody in your team is over at the Charlie side. This is 5-on-4 at this point. You don't need A to win. Okay, so if that's the case, maybe continuing on to C is the better choice. Instead of... like, you heading south here, it just puts you farther behind your own teammates. And that's about it. Your last heal. Yeah, the Saipan's pretty fast. Massachusetts dies, so now it's just Donskoy, that's probably foolish, Cherbourg, and Kaga. You've only got 4 ships left as well.
4 ships, 8 torps, and 8 guns.
Fortunately for you, Cherbourg is broadside right now. No, he's only got 10-point captain, so preventative maintenance, IFHE, secondary range, and emergency repair. It's a relatively low point captain. You can shoot here. I might have waited to see if the Cherbourg turns, but you also don't want him to get the cap, so I get that. Shota Joe, thanks for the follow. He is trying to talk to his communications, yeah, to his teammates. It's good to see. It's good to see. And is that enough? No. Cherbourg dodged all that hate. Oof. Now, nice dodge, but I want to mention, in the course of dodging, it forces you to turn in, and there's a Donskoy coming your way who's full health. I would say forget about the torpedoes right now on the Donskoy and focus more on just getting the Cherbourg out of here, because if you get the Cherbourg out of here, then you can maneuver. Forget the torpedoes. See, he's dead. You would have rather had those torpedoes against the Donskoy, I think. 87 hit points. No hit points. There it is. Guys, when you watch my streams, when we get a replay analysis, we take pictures of people who die. This is fun. So there's your death pick, Puddin', or BigO. It's probably going to be enough to save the game. You've got a Fletcher and a Donskoy left. You have to hope that your Fletcher won't get himself radared, and you have to hope that your Ibuki is able to make something happen. With the support of your Saipan, of course. You seen the BigO anime? I have too. Wolf, I used to enjoy watching that anime quite a bit.
What BigO anime?
There's an anime titled BigO.
No.
Still, BigO's a weep.
Yes. We're gonna call you Roger Smith. Or I suppose maybe we'll call you, Dorothy. There's some adult content in it, but, I mean, teens and whatnot can watch it just fine. It's a Namco Bandai, anime, so of course they're trying to sell, you know, giant robot characters. It's a neat concept, though. So, BigO, you got the win. How are you feeling at this point in the game? Are you thinking this is it, or?
I felt like I did my part, and
Okay.
then the rest of the team just mopped up, so.
Okay. I think the big thing is you kiting away from A as quickly as you did. I think you might have been better suited to slow down and just take advantage of ships that are trying to get out of A. Because if they go mid, you smack them. If they follow you, your secondaries smack him, right?
Alright.
Otherwise, it's a good game. Not a bad game at all. Kitten, you know what that means.
I don't know. What does that mean? Does that mean I'm up?
It means you're up next. You got it.
Only 4 more to go.
Yeah, shut up.
Add her up. You started enjoying anime before knowing what it was? Got it. Saipan still has torp planes. It must not be half bad. That's the problem with Saipan, right? Because with Saipan, you're forced to really conserve what you have.
No, Driffin, it's clan battles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's our last one of our clan battles from the night before last.
And they
Or
trusted
from
you with
Thursday.
taking the tier 9, huh?
They did. Can you believe it?
No. That's
So-
awesome.
The funny thing is, the caller earlier in the evening kept putting me in Massachusetts. Because, you know, we all know I love the ship, but I kept saying, no, put me in a German ship, put me in a German ship. And, I mean, the night was bad. It was not going well. They put me in a German ship. Things got better.
Ooh, Fubuki taking Torps there. That's ouch. Praetorian says, where's the winner? Kitten could tell you.
Where's the winner?
Uh-huh. Chicken cordon bleu, huh?
You're right, we still have one more because no one's... One more.
KB's on the giveaway. Nice.
Play with me or I'll break your arm.
Is Blurb muted on here? No, it isn't. Why is it?
I don't know. Why did it even go off again?
I don't know. I have it set so that, like, I think it's like every hour or two or something, you can hear it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Somebody do a blurb for a sec. Let's see if it works. And I should be in a channel where the soundboard is working. Yes, it is. Hujam says he's here. Well, that's great, Hujam. You didn't win. Alright, well...
I am also here, and also not a winner.
There's the game. Let's see the replay render briefly here. I like the idea of you going out to the flanks first, by the way. A Japanese battleship like the Daisen, really good on the flanks. So that makes sense. Your Buffalo noping out feels bad. But you still found a way to make it work.
And everybody's clanned up on our side. On their side, there's two unclanned. I don't see anybody on that.
Chicken sausage gumbo? Nice. Now you're fully awake at 1:30 in the morning. Got it. So here's the part, BigO, where I think you kited away too quickly. I would probably slow down here. Even reverse. And just keep shooting the Jean Bart. Knowing that if he goes broadside, you're going to smack him. If he doesn't, eventually he gets in your secondary range. You know what I mean? Continue.
Say that again.
So you have a good opportunity here to stop, slow down, even reverse behind the island at Charlie 2. Is what I'm saying. Like, that's a pretty strong position to put yourself in. Because if they go into the channel, like to bow into the Florida, then they're showing a decent amount of side to you. If they go too far forward, like say Delta 3, then they get in a position where they're in range of your torps, your secondaries, and if they turn, then they show broadside to you as well, right?
Oh, yes, before Venus I read.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm like half asleep. I have a wife.
It's okay. It's okay. It's good. Guys, you got one replay left, and then we're gonna probably hanging up for the stream here.
Well, I am. Have fun.
You got clan battles to do, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do as soon as we're done with my replay too.
No problem. No problem. Elias, thank you for the follow. And music is still off. Well, let me fix that for you, Duckman. Kitten does have replay. That's coming next. So, I mean, nice job with coming out of there okay. I just feel like you didn't need to pop out from there, but it worked out in your favor.
I mean, Nick Kerensky is
Yeah, it's a clan battle replay, so we'll check that one out.
embarrassing.
But,
So,
yeah,
because
nice
I thought
game otherwise.
about what you were